All right. Yeah. Okay. Somebody sent me this Daniel Larson video. It's a live stream he's done recently, and I'm kind of curious, like, to see what's going on with the guy. You know, I've seen it out of a lot of the Daniel Larson stuff. I feel bad for him. You know, he's certainly a flawed individual. But I mean, the guy needs help. He needs to have his social media taken away. He needs to be taken off the street. He needs to be put in like a group home and like just that's it. That's what he really needs. Instead, he's walking around. Dude's homeless. I think he got a dog the other day. Actually, I feel bad for the dog too. You know, but you know, lots of homeless people have dogs, I guess. I don't know. Here's a live stream people sent me. Let's check in on what's going on. This video might be a little old by the time I post it on YouTube, but because you know the little ban on YouTube.
Because it's so bright. I am a singer-songwriter of Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Currently homeless, and
singer-songwriter, baby.
am known by most
that's a lot louder
police officers, most hospitals, most people, I should say.
I guess that's fame, being known by a bunch of police officers. So.
And I'm getting spotted on almost every single street corner.
Okay.
Okay, by fans, by supporters, and the last couple of days have been like actually attacked, threatened, and I have nowhere to go because I'm homeless. Gotcha. And I have called.
Go back home, Daniel. Go back home. Go back home to your group home and turn your phone off. Stop letting people troll you, man. You know, stop feeling. That's one of the things too. I believe he has like support needed autism, but I think he's also schizophrenic, and so. Or he has schizophrenia, so. And he has behavioral issues because he was treated very poorly as a child, so.
Security companies, they are all refusing to work with me until I get housing. So right. I'm in even more danger
or money.
Being on the street, homeless, without security. And I'm starting to fear for my life.
You know where you're at right now?
Yes, I'm in Golden, Colorado. Yeah.
You know today's date?
It is.
He's back in Colorado?
I want to say 11th or 12th.
Look, there's an ability in the game. I know this is like immature to do. I'm going to show you anyway. It's called Rolling Thunder. It's kind of like the song Roaring Thunder. And yes, I felt the need to say that. I don't know why. So, continue.
Or, like, yeah.
Okay. You know who the President of the United States is?
Joe Biden.
Okay. If I gave you 6 quarters, how much money you
$1.50.
got?
That is going to be $1.50.
Okay. So you're not feeling safe, you're saying?
I'm not feeling safe.
Okay.
I almost feel like he should have answered those questions wrong. You know what I mean? That might have even been better for him, because then they might have been able to get him some help. I wonder how this disability services works over in Colorado. I doubt it's as robust as New York, but, you know, only because he got, like, kicked out or something. Because, I mean, I think he left. I think he might have left of his own volition, but then, he, you know, he probably got, like, I don't know if they want him back in now, you know?
For folks or because of yourself?
Just because of my popularity, I've tried getting motel rooms, and fans call the motel rooms and dox them, pretty much, and dox my room.
I won't say that they're fans. A lot of them are trolls that are just think it's funny to ruin someone's life, you know? It's like virtue bullying. It's the same thing that people, like, lefty people do it on Twitter, where they find somebody that's, like, not perfect, and they just try to cancel them eternally. Daniel Larson's not perfect. He probably needs to go to jail, frankly. But he needs to, like, you know, I mean, this whole trolling thing, I feel bad for, like, Grace Vanderwall and stuff, man. Like, I can't imagine how terrified she is, you know? And every time you bully Daniel and troll him into thinking he's actually dating her, you're just feeding into that delusion and making it worse.
And it's becoming super unsafe. And so I have been told not to go to motel rooms without security present. It's just getting very unsafe for me to be in public.
Okay. Who's telling you not to go to motel rooms?
The motels themselves, because they end up banning me because they get spam calls by fans because I'm so popular.
Well, how do they even know that he's there? That's the real question. Like, what is he telling them, that he's there? That he's there? Hey fans, I'm in Motel 6. What are you doing? Jesus.
That, like, I legitimately get spotted at the motels by other people there. Like, that's how popular I am.
Okay. Well, the ambulance is coming to let them chat with you, okay? Daniel, right?
Yes.
Daniel,
I think the ambulance is going to come chat with him because, like, at least this used to be a thing in New York that they got rid of because of, like, budget cuts and whatnot. But they used to have a thing in New York where you would, like, call the police, basically. and then I think they would either call an ambulance or a service. I think that they would allow you to bring you to like a homeless shelter. They're not allowed to do that anymore. They could just like bring you to the hospital or something. But then if everything's fine, he's just gonna get kicked out anyway. So it's not. We have a really bad system for homeless people too. Honestly, that's fucked up too. We need to help homeless people more because I feel like most homeless people are like. I know you hear people like, oh, we have like 1,000 houses. We could put every homeless person in a house. A lot of times these homeless people have like mental health problems and they need a lot more than just a house.
Larson?
It's Larson, yes.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
11/15/1998.
11/15/1998. How old am I? 33. How old is Daniel? 24. Wow, it's about 24 years old. Wow, interesting. People say it was 11/23. Is that what he said? Am I right about that? He's like, that's crazy.
I am not doing well.
Okay.
1998.
Larson?
It's Larson, yes.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
11/15/1998.
11/15.
I am not doing well.
Okay.
I am famous,
Yeah.
and I have called multiple times before
Okay.
for popularity issues and people doxing me. This is not the first time I've called in. Yeah, this is not the first time that I've called in
Yeah.
for issues.
Okay.
I am homeless,
Okay.
and I am trying to get security services, but they all don't want to work with me until I get housing, which makes sense.
Do you have
But
any
I
fingers
am-
on your face here? I'm seeing a little bit of like.
Yes,
It's
this
so weird to see him in like moments of clarity like this because you would think that there's like nothing wrong with him. When you see shit like this, there's like, oh, it's like all overblown, but like it's just crazy. He has these moments of just like clarity, normalcy, and then he goes off a fucking wall and just starts destroying his house and stuff. Like it's crazy, man. It's actually just fucking nuts. It's fucking crazy.
was from earlier. I've already went to the hospital earlier today and got that taken care of.
Perfect. Well, I tell you what, Daniel, we got some good news for you. We got an ambulance right here ready to take you wherever you need to go. So if you want to talk to these gentlemen here, they can
Sure.
help you out, okay?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hi.
What's your name?
Daniel.
I'm Jason. This is my friend
Hi,
Brad.
nice to meet you.
What's going on today, man?
And just so,
Let's
yeah.
go in the ambulance.
Can I
real
go
quick.
in the ambulance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make you go over to get all out there so they'll get you back there. You got any weapons or anything like that? you need to
No.
worry
You
about?
guys can search me down. You guys can do whatever. I don't care.
Put the backpack behind you, bud. You don't need this. I'm gonna go ahead and take the backpack from you. Just let it go.
Okay.
You know, before you head up there, you have any weapons on you?
I don't. You can.
check it.
Yeah. You can
Alright.
pat me down.
Thanks, man. Just
Yeah.
keep your hands out of your pockets for me, okay? Let me just put some gloves on here, and then we'll pat you down, all right? You got any needles, any guns, bazookas, anything like
No.
that I need to worry about?
Bazookas?
Okay, fantastic. I appreciate you. Let's go
Okay.
and bring your hands together back
I guess he's just being a little silly, making a little joke there.
down under arrest. This is just how it happens.
Some bazookas?
That's understandable.
My wife's got
I've
some
done this before.
bazookas.
All right, perfect. What can we do with that?
That's just my debit card.
Debit card?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
If imagine you pulled out bazooka gum, that would be kind of funny. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Got a seat right
Okay.
here.
So,
Okay, I
do you
thought we
mind
were
if I
fighting here, but of course
if I
not.
film for like evidence, just in case I take this to like court if need be for like? Okay.
Can you swing your legs up? Sit here and talk to you.
Okay.
All right, so
So-
what's going on?
I recently, because I'm a singer-songwriter,
Okay.
I
How do you charge his phone?
have songs on the radio in some states, and my career has
Does he actually have songs in some states? I don't believe that.
been off recently to a scary level,
Okay.
to where like
Okay.
when I talk about pop, like
He talks about what? Popcorn? What is he saying? What is he talking about?
it's a scary level, to where like at this hour in a neighborhood, it's no big deal. Unless there's like one person that really wants to cause issues. Which my popularity is big enough, it has happened. I could go to a grocery store and I struggle shopping because people are just stopping me wanting pictures.
I mean, I believe it. He's not wrong about his popularity. He really is. He's just popular for all the wrong reasons, and I feel like I feel like Daniel doesn't understand what likes mean. You know, I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but when you look at anybody's video or anything and you see somebody with a lot of likes or views or something, it doesn't necessarily mean people like them, right? So you can get a like. Let's say you made a video and you twerk. People might like it because you're a really good twerker. People might like it because they want to jerk off to you. People might like it because you're embarrassing yourself. You know, you really don't know. And I feel like Daniel's part of that. And even people who don't have some kind of like, you know, disability can struggle to understand that. And I feel like Daniel probably struggles to understand that. And so he probably thinks that because he has a like, that means people like him, you know, when that's really not the case. It's unfortunate. You know, most people are kind of making fun of him, are trying to bully him and stuff like that. So it's just sad, man.
So I get spotted on every single corner.
I like that half of it's like broken
But
up.
people are it's to a point to where those restaurants are kicking me out.
Other people are showing up and causing trouble.
Right. So I've ended up getting basically chronically homeless. And popularity is still skyrocketing because I'm doing it for a living. I have a
No, I mean, the living usually means you make money off of it, man.
record label. We're to a point to where for me to be able to get security, like I said, I need housing of some sort. It's getting, like I said, to a dangerous level that I'm to a point I either need like almost immediate service of some sort, I guess domestic violence. I need something, and I need like resources. I'm in a very.
The best first step is get you to hospital. We're going to get, we'll get you into, I mean, it sounds bad, but they're going to do a psychological evaluation to see where, but once we get that accomplished, then they can get you in touch with hospital services and hospitalists that can get you in touch with some of those resources that it sounds
It's
like
just
you need, so.
like the security, are not working because I go in there, somebody spots me, it creates a big gigantic mess.
Okay. So are you okay going to the hospital with this, with the plan that I put out forward, you know, as far as getting you at least pointed, they're not going to get
Yeah.
Spell your last
name. Like, it's Larson.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Larson. Like,
Oh, wow.
I don't want to say this to be crazy or, you know, like cause any issues, but if you know, like major music artists and like how.
What the fuck? Is this all... Oh, is this a live stream? Wow, he live streams on YouTube. Or is it somebody else posts his live stream? I wonder. This is probably someone else's live. They must have live streamed. Yeah, they live streamed his live. It's so weird.
Tell by the grain of my beard, I'm so far out of the cool music scene, I don't even recognize it anymore.
Okay.
Everybody that I loved as a musician is either dead or not making music anymore.
I feel like it doesn't matter. I think if you know like the music industry and like the stuff that happens, you would understand though.
Right.
It's 11/15/1998. It's to a point to where like it's almost like have to, not in a negative way, but it's like I have to almost threaten my entire fan base if they get too wild.
Yeah.
And it puts me in that negative spot.
Yeah, it's a tough situation because you need the fans to support your career.
Yes, and all that's doing is just throwing me in loops where I keep ending up only going downhill, and I just can't do that anymore.
It kind of becomes a self-feeding cycle where you just spiral on down,
Yeah, and I have called, like, I've started investigations. Like, I don't even know, like, where I start, because police, they can't...
I mean, the real place Daniel starts is he just starts stopping content. Stop making content. It's not helpful, you know? It's just keeping him in... He's just keeping him getting bullied, bro. It's fucking... It's crazy that his, like, interpretation of the world is so fucking wild.
Do anything...
He's doing objectively worse than he was doing before he got famous. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Unless they have, like, legal issues. So it's to a level that it's like the job isn't for everyone, and with my popularity, it's to a point that even if I got off social media, with me being spotted on every corner almost, and places getting doxxed, it just isn't going down now.
No way that I'm not going to help you.
Once the pictures are out there, everybody's going to glom on.
That's not really true. I wonder if he tells himself that to make himself feel like there's nothing that he could do, or if other people say that to him, or what. But the reality is that if he stopped posting, like, yes, people would know who Daniel Larson is, but people would stop, like, it would become on old news, and people would stop engaging with it if he did that.
Exactly. And so I just don't know what I am really kind of doing. And so at this
That's
point,
true.
because I know what I'm doing, but when there's an issue with trolls or whatever, it's literally safety or else.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to take care of your personal first above everything else.
Right.
His community would stop. They wouldn't have as much content to go with. It would reduce it. If we got into a group home and it stopped, like he would be in a much better spot.
And it's to a point that like my family's getting doxxed too, and I don't want them to be affected either.
Do we need an M1?
You guys need M1 forms?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm still.
Yeah.
I'm not meaning to ignore you.
It's okay.
I got too many things going on here at once.
Point to where it's like I don't know how to say it in a way that's not going to sound either, you know, like crazy, but it's, you know what I mean? Like I'm not crazy. It's a very tough situation. Like I said, sometimes I just have to be the power over everyone else in the situation I'm in, and I have no choice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Jason's gonna ride in the back with you. I'm gonna get up front and drive. We're gonna take an nice easy ride over to it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm probably going to get some questions.
That's fine.
Just so I can give some information to the nurses and doctors when we get to everything. Are you in any pain right now?
No.
Okay. What happened to your face?
So earlier today, I was already at Lutheran earlier, so they're probably just going to go, "Oh, you're back."
Okay. What for?
No, I think he's in the back of a ambulance. He's not at the police station now.
It was for a fan altercation, actually.
You got
I got I got my dog stolen by a fan at a location at a restaurant.
Yeah, I saw some like screenshots about that. Like that apparently. Well, I saw one screenshot I think where someone was like, I guess whoever he adopted it from, they were looking into him because he lied about like his credentials and they gave it to them to the dog when they shouldn't have. But then I saw another thing that was like, I'm gonna kill your dog or something. Like people are fucking crazy, man. People are fucking unhinged, and they justify it by being like, "Oh, Daniel Larson's a bad guy," you know, and then it's just fucking crazy. And then there's so many content creators who will talk about it as if Daniel Larson like is like a pedophile, like is this, he's bad for this, and they make it seem like he has full agency over himself, even though he doesn't. And you know what? He might be a pedophile, and that's definitely not a good thing. Probably isn't. He probably wouldn't. Probably not. I've seen some of the stuff that people post about him. I've seen some of like the screenshots of the things he's liked, and I also know people had access to his accounts. We don't really know what's going on. We're talking about a guy with like a pretty severe mental disability. So, you know, it's just like he needs to be in a group home. He needs to be taken off the streets. But people just use like all the things that people say about him that aren't necessarily true to justify blowing the fuck out of him. And it just causes other people to get hurt, man. Like, that's why Grace Vanderwall, I would argue, is she's getting harassed by Daniel and the fans because people are trolling him. Like, they're causing it to be this. They're a massive part of the problem.
Okay.
And it escalated.
One time you gave Daniel Larson $100 and you bought headphones with it, and then the headphones got run over by the car the next day. Jesus Christ.
To an assault situation.
Okay.
In self-defense. And it is now to a point to where everything was fine. I left the hospital, and
Okay.
I mean, I take 5 steps outside the hospital, and I was already spotted in the parking lot. Like, no joke.
Were you injured?
Apparently, we got somebody en route that wants to.
Can I hop in real quick?
Yeah, come on in.
Ooh, they're getting ready to go. Hey, Daniel, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Were you over at the School of Mines campus last week sometime?
Yes, I was.
Was there an incident with some damage on a wall or an elevator or something?
Oh my
Yes, I
God.
was. There was a issue with another person that escalated, and it
Jesus Christ.
caused like a fan altercation,
Okay.
and it ended in like kind of assault towards me. And
Is that what happened to you?
this is from a different issue,
Okay.
but that's what happened last week, it was last week.
What kind of damage was it?
It was the wall. Just
The wall?
Yeah,
So the wall just got messed up?
Yeah, and what I did is after the fan left, after like kind of just punching me one time
Yeah.
and then verbally assaulting me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I called 911 then. I called the crisis center.
Okay.
Both of them kind of didn't believe me.
Okay.
They kind of, you know, like I was saying, kind of in a point to where I'm just going in circles.
Yeah.
And what I did was I just said, you know what, I'm done. I called family and I said, you know what, I'm sick and tired of this. I will take this as far at this point as I need it to get.
So it's hard to tell if that actually happened the way he talks about it, because I haven't seen the live stream or anything, and I don't know, because again, he's got schizophrenia. But I think one of the sad things is that they're probably not going to take him seriously because of his like the disabilities. He sounds a little, I guess you say the word is neurotic. Like he sounds like what the fuck, you know? So a lot of these places are probably like the cops probably just write him off as like some homeless dude, and the whole system is really against him when it comes to him getting harassed and bullied and whatnot. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, right?
And so it's very frustrating because I'm to a point to where
Do you know the tricks I can do for you?
I feel like I said, I'm fine myself, but I feel like with the fans and with the trolls from the fan base, it's literally I need to get this heard now.
Yep.
Or, I mean, nowadays with, you know, just the crime on every corner, I could be shot tonight, like no joke. And I understand that, I know that, and I'm smart enough to say, this needs to get heard.
Good. Well, that's good.
And so
No,
that's where I am.
Would you be okay? There's a school of mines employee coming up. Would you be able to tell him that story for me?
Yes.
Just explain that you had an altercation. That's how the law got damaged.
Yes, and I will more than happy. If you want to charge me, if they want to charge me, that's fine.
I think they're just trying to figure out what happened. So he's just going to come ask you some questions. He's going to be here in 1 minute, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate you being honest with me, okay?
Thank you.
All right, just give us 1 sec. They're just going to come and we'll be out here.
Okay. All right, Daniel. You have any medical history?
PTSD.
PTSD? Okay.
And it's because I had an abusive childhood.
That I believe 1,000%, man. I wonder if he tells him that he has fucking autism and shit.
Which kind of led me into music, and now I'm singing a lot about my life.
Okay.
And
anything else medically?
Learning disability. What I guess I don't know what you would put that as.
Autism?
Because it's
Okay.
childhood trauma, and I just didn't learn the right skills at the right time. So I was a late bloomer, I should say.
I wonder if he thinks that. Because like he was in like a group home, which means that he has like a higher support needed disability. And so I wonder if the way people explained it to him was like, oh, you just were a late bloomer. Like, there's nothing wrong with you, Daniel. You're a late bloomer. I wonder how they explained it to him. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
All right. What about any allergies? Do you have any allergies?
No.
Or anything?
I know this is a lot, but yeah,
like I said, I'm just going to be asking you questions here. Are you taking any medications?
No.
You should be.
For PTSD, or
No.
sleep, or anything?
Like, I'm able to keep it, like, calm. It's just, like, when trolls or, like, you know, fans cause issues, and it just escalates and escalates and escalates.
Yeah.
It basically escalates until it hits a peak, and it grows day to day to day. And without somebody to calm that down, as like security, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's hurting relationships. It's hurting friendships. Places, like I said, are getting, like, I can't go to motel. I can't go to anywhere. They're just getting spam calls. They're getting doxxed.
Okay.
And
What's docs?
like phone numbers, like off of internet, like on Google.
Okay.
Fans are actually going to Google, finding, and then they're leaking it on my social media platforms or other celebrities.
I gotcha.
And then it just goes haywire with phone calls.
Okay.
And sorry, I'm moving my hand a lot.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure your blood pressure cuff was still on. It's acting kind of funny.
Probably because I'm moving so much.
Okay. So you have no medical issues, like you're not hurting anywhere?
No.
You didn't take a fall or anything?
No.
You don't have any change in vision?
No.
No lightheadedness, no dizziness, no numbness or tingling in your fingers?
No.
Okay. You breathing okay?
Yes.
Yeah. He probably shouldn't post. Did the guy say that? Did the guy say, have you thought about not posting your location? I didn't hear him say that. I'm supposed to be like fucking out of it. But that would be the solution. Bro, it's I don't know, dude. He really needs to stop posting on the fucking internet, bro. No, he didn't say that right now. That's what he should say. Have you ever thought about not posting your location? Because that's part of the problem. He's like, hey guys, I'm here. Again, like that's one of those things. Like he just doesn't get it. He's not getting it. He doesn't understand that. He's just not getting it. It's fucking crazy.
Well, we'll get you to the hospital and they'll get you checked out, and then we can get you somebody, maybe someone from social service can talk to you and, figure out a plan for all this craziness in your
I
life.
hope somebody from social service can actually help him, because that's what he needs. Jesus Christ.
Like, not to be, like I said, I'm not suicidal. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm none of all of that.
I mean, nothing. I'm not suicidal, but I feel like that's not it's not the greatest start to that sentence.
I want to do politics as well. So like on top of my career, so it's like I know the fact like.
Well, maybe Daniel Larson can be a fucking disabilities advocate. Honestly, I mean, in all honesty, Daniel Larson might make a good face of the you know, online bullying like, you know, of people with disabilities, because he's been like relentlessly harassed.
What's right and what's wrong.
No, I just missed that. That's crazy.
The issue is, like I said, it gets to a point to where it's like, yeah, it gets to a point to where my entire fan base just escalates to where it starts escalating in public too.
Okay. You're not on any medication right now?
No.
Okay.
I do have like issues with my eyes to where they do get bloodshot red.
Okay.
That's been going on since I was really, really young.
All right.
And I've never done drugs. I don't smoke. I don't do alcohol.
Okay.
I thought he did that Zaza.
It's gotten to a point to where like I have to post on social media sometimes to where it's like I literally have to almost speak like a president would, you know, like not
what the fuck,
like I don't want to say
this. It's crazy to hear him say this stuff, but this is good that he's saying this, because this is going to make them more inclined to try to get him into like some kind of like disability services again. Because holy fuck, dude.
Threatened, because that's not the right word, but it's like I have to like literally say, you guys need to stop. You guys are taking it too far. It's the entire fan base is taking it too far, and somebody is going to get injured, and you know what I mean. And if it doesn't, like, you know what I mean, like it legitimately gets so much
I don't know what you
to
mean.
where it's like I have to talk them.
Yeah.
And for me, like I said, it's only bringing down my career, and I'm afraid of my career being damaged.
Right.
Oh, you should be.
And if I just touch your head, kind of feel you around?
Yes.
All right. Just let me know if anything hurts, okay?
None of that hurts.
Okay.
I am a little bit skinny and skin and bones, but
that's not what I'm checking for. Yeah, that's. Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, good. Perfect.
I mean, I just hike a lot as well.
Fingers,
so
yeah, hiking,
just the normal.
That's not what I call
normal hiking body aches.
I hike a lot, dude. This guy, you're homeless, Daniel. You're not hiking. You're fucking walking from place to place because you're homeless. Jesus Christ.
What I normally feel.
Okay.
Just walking a lot.
You can feel all that?
Yeah, man. Listening to him talk for a longer period of time makes you realize that, like, yeah, man, this guy, like, clearly is in need of, like, some kind of, like, additional, like, service, you know? It's fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Mine just showed up, so it'll just be a couple more minutes.
Okay.
I'm just doing a handoff right now.
It's almost like, I don't know how to say this, but you know, like when somebody runs for like a presidential election or a governor,
Okay,
for like a high profile role, and the companies normally pay for their security,
right?
Or if they like, even though Kamala Harris, or you know what I mean, never was president because she ran for president, she gets government assisted security.
Yeah.
my popularity is to a level, or starting to get to a level, to where even if it doesn't hit social media, it's starting to. So it's of that severe level now.
All right. All right, we got somebody here who just wants to ask you a few questions.
Hey, Daniel, I'm Officer William Mines PD.
Hi.
Well, I'm contacting you today to ask you about some damage that was done to one of our walls.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, this dude's like in literal distress. I mean, that's what I would say Daniel Larson's tone is. And you're just asking about a fucking damage to property. I mean, maybe it's a good thing that he gets fucking some ton of punishment. Would have been jail or something. Maybe he'll get help there. Not that the jail is the fucking greatest place for help, but Jesus.
Yes, I do.
Can you tell me what happened?
So, I was, about last week, I got dropped off by a friend in the parking lot, the parking garage.
Okay.
And I was walking through the building on where the stairwell is.
Okay.
And I'm a singer-songwriter. I already kind of talked to them about everything, gave them
I've seen your YouTube.
Yes. So I got spotted by...
Oh no, a Daniel Larson. Dude, is this going to be like the next level troll? Daniel Larson fans are now like actual, like fucking contributing like adults. Oh my god, dude. I feel like that's going to make it worse. I've seen your YouTube. Are you fucking just randomly, or have you like actually looked for it? That's not good, dude. Oh my god, that's really fucking bad, dude. I feel like that doesn't bode well for him.
A troll. And, you know, like a fan, but on purpose trying to cause issues.
Okay.
And that's been happening a lot lately. And said some verbal stuff, tried to assault me. And I freaked out. I called the crisis line. They didn't believe me. When I talked to them, they thought he was crazy.
Okay.
Because some people are still not believing my popularity, which I'm trying to get heard right now. Like I'm saying, this is serious. Enough is enough.
All right.
And I panicked and I freaked out and I decided I was going to kick the hole.
Okay, so you
And
kicked the
so
hole in the
yes,
wall?
and so that was me, and I did that out of fear.
So was he assaulted, or he felt like he was gonna get assaulted? Interesting. Interesting.
And I, at the time, what I was thinking in my mind was like, I really don't care right now what happens, because I've had enough with the trolling. I've had enough with what is going on. I care more about my safety, and I care more about like me, my family's safety,
Right.
and I want to get this heard. And that was my motive. I knew I was going to get caught.
Okay.
I knew the consequences. I'm sorry, and if you want to charge me, that's okay. I don't care.
Okay.
But I'm trying to, at this point, just do anything I can right now to just put the message out. Like, look, this is real stuff that's going on, not a joke anymore. These fans are trolling too much. It's everywhere I go, not just one location, and people are not believing me.
So you weren't in the room with the fan.
Joe Bors said you're... Who the fuck is that? I don't even know.
You were just...
It was in the, you know when you go through the door and then the stairwell's on the right?
Was there anything in the room that you were in? Was it like...
It was right in the stairwell is where the fan altercation was. And I went upstairs and then I went out and then I walked kind of...
Who the fuck is Joe Bors?
Around. So, yeah, so...
Like this area right here?
Yeah, so when I came in the door, right, from outside,
yeah,
I went into the stairwell at the top there, right over here.
Yep.
That's where the fan altercation was.
Okay.
Because somebody came...
Yeah, hopefully the cop looked up his YouTube after the situation happened, not that he's like a weird like fan, because I feel like there's no actual fans of Daniel Larson. It's all people who just fucking... It's all just people who like, who just troll the fuck out of him, you know?
Came in through the elevator.
Got you.
Okay. So somebody came in through the elevator. The fan altercation happened in the stairwell. They continued to go down after. I came back up about half a flight of stairs, back into here, and I was just like, fuck. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? You know, I'm tired of this happening. People need to understand, like, I'm really getting spotted everywhere I go. People are trolling. I need to get to a point to where I am safe from these altercations.
So you kind of freaked out.
And I freaked out, going like, I need to get this heard. I freaked out and I hit the hole.
Okay.
Out of just like, kind of going like, I don't care what happens right now. I care more about just getting this heard, that this is real. And it's, even though it's on you know, my popularity's on social media. It's not a joke. It's real stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I did get a dog 2 days ago that got stolen, dog napped. People are thinking that that's a joke. It's not a joke. That is real.
Yeah, I mean, again, my understanding is like a fan. I don't know why I keep saying this. He's rubbing off of me. My understanding is that like a Daniel Larson troll was the one who took the dog, right? So I understand calling like whatever services you need to feel like to get the dog away from him. I get that, like animal control or even the place where he got the dog from, which is weird that you would know that, but I'm assuming Daniel just posts all that shit all the time. So I get that kind of shit. But then there's people that are just stealing the dog to like bully. Like they don't care about the dog, right? Like it's like a virtue bully. That's really all it boils down to. It's one of those fucking like situations like that. It's fucking ridiculous.
And I don't even know if I'm going to see him again. You know, so I am to a point to where I'm like, what's going to happen to my life?
They gave the dog back to shelter. Is that confirmed? Because the shelter gave it to Daniel where he lied. Okay, well, it's a good thing that they got that then. Okay, because I saw like screenshots where somebody's like, I stole your dog, Daniel. I'm going to kill the dog or something. I was like, what the fuck? That's wild. So that's what I was referencing, you know? Oh, that was a troll. Okay, so somebody else got the dog back, and then some random troll said that they had the dog. That would make sense to me. Okay, and then I get you. Well, at least they got the dog back.
It happened to my friends. You know, people don't want to be with me because of the doxing. You know, doxing means, you know, the location gets leaked, and then people show up, you know, stuff like that. Internet doxing.
Yeah, so I mean, I understand, and you know, I just wanted to see what was the deal with the wall. All right, so I'll write you a ticket for the criminal mischief, but I'm gonna let the gentleman help you, right? Because it's more important right now.
I read him a ticket with what? How the fuck is he even gonna? How is he gonna pay for it? Like, how would he even pay for that? I don't understand. Like, okay.
So I'll ask them where they're going, and then I'll just meet you up there, okay?
Yeah, and I will also.
Okay. So I'll bring you a ticket. It's like a $500 damage thing, right?
Yeah.
So you know, I can understand freaking out because of the fans and all.
Are you? Does your body cam record as well? Okay. Can you also help with trying to get this issue as well, like out there any way you can? Or...
I can.
What is he gonna do? Stream the thing on Twitch? What is he gonna post a YouTube video of the body cam footage?
Get out anywhere. It just goes into a report. So
okay. Can you help put that into a report and say that like this is like a real issue, and that like I am starting to fear for my life to some degree.
All right, and yeah, like I said, these gentlemen are going to get you some place. They're going to get you some help. You can talk to them, be open and honest with them, and I'm sure they'll get you some resources as well to try to help with whatever they can help you with, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so I'll see you in a little bit, all right?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry for holding you out.
No worries. Bye, Brad. Okay, thanks.
It's going to be a rough turnaround.
Okay.
Like this one issue, like right now tonight, is just like I said, I just called in, going like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
It's I'm fine tonight, but I don't know what tomorrow's gonna be. I don't know, like, because I'm homeless. Like I legitimately was going up into the mountains to try to get away from anybody that would notice me, you know, so I could get a safe night. And that's not really reality anymore. I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, you're right. Can I get a phone number for you?
Yeah. Yes.
Get out of the ambulance. Make sure I erase.
You search Colorado courts and sees that there's a hearing tomorrow. I wonder if that's him. I wonder if he's actually gonna make it to the hearing.
All right. Okay. Just so you feel safe.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I will. I'll remind you. And yes, I do know evidence. But I don't care right now. I could just change my number.
How much do you think you weigh?
I want to say 130.
He looks a lot skinnier than last time I saw him.
I say like 125 to 130, but I think it's easier to say 130.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he said it anyway.
And
so.
I am around 5'10".
Perfect. All right.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
what I got here is you have a history of PTSD, you have a learning disability, from childhood.
Yes.
No known allergies.
No known allergies.
And no known medications.
No known medications.
No drugs or alcohol.
No drugs or alcohol.
Okay. And you were in the hospital. You were in Lutheran.
I was in Lutheran earlier today, so they're like I said, they're probably just going to go, oh, he's back.
Well, they probably have your information, which is good, but
it's good and bad because they know me, and they'll go, well, he's back in 2 times in 24 hours.
Well,
it is what it is.
First time, then
yeah.
24 hours, bro. Might as well live in the hospital at that point. Holy fuck.
I hope it's simple. Just go in and tell them the issue, and I get transferred to. I want to say like a safe house because that's what I called 911 for.
Yeah.
911 said they can't do a safe house.
I've never heard of like a safe house for somebody. Okay.
And I was like, well, that's if they can't do a safe house, then how am I supposed to do it? So I literally just hung up on 911, which I shouldn't do.
The hospital can at least.
And then I called them back, and then I started yelling, which I shouldn't do. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, are you guys ever going to start like?
Yeah, Daniel Larson wants witness protection or something. It's not. The problem is it wouldn't even be effective because Daniel Larson wouldn't like adhere to it, right? I mean, he's constantly posting on social media and shit, so he probably wouldn't really adhere to it anyway. It's kind of the biggest problem there.
What am I to do? You know, like literally.
Yeah.
You guys make it so difficult, and even like a safe house, they want domestic violence or something like that. And with my popularity, that doesn't fall under domestic violence.
Right.
Well, I get what it's not. I don't. I mean, my understanding is domestic violence is specifically between 2 people who live together. What is the official term? Violent or aggressive behavior within a home, typically involving the violent abuse or spouse or partner. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's your celebrity status, Daniel. I think it's because it's not your partner and you don't have a home.
And then to be homeless, they're like, oh, just go to a homeless shelter. Well, I'm too homeless for that because I still get spotted at the homeless shelter as well.
Oh, okay. So he could go to a homeless shelter. He should go to a homeless shelter, but I'm sure he gets spotted too. That actually makes sense to me.
And people start calling those places.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there's enough violence there. I mean, I could be a target.
Yeah.
Sure. That's probably true.
People have tried to make videos.
Okay, I guess
with what they see versus what I'm really going through.
Right.
They can only put out what they know, and that's not always the truth. So it's kind of just a shitty situation.
I'm just gonna check your face, right?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure nothing's broken. Make sure the hospital didn't miss anything.
Just recording like the whole trip to the hospital.
Did X-rays and yeah.
You open your mouth for me, John? All right, good.
Yeah. I mean, it is sore. I think it's more than anything, it's just really, really gross.
This is crazy. Daniel's also like so distinct in the face that I don't even think witness protection would work on that either. Not only would he use the social media instead of like turning off his shit, but he would continuously like he's very noticeable. So
I think I know, like, you know how like in politics, how I mean, it's not always a good thing, but like how politicians can literally say one thing to get like a message heard, and it's really aggressive, it's really firm, and then they like literally have to back it up on another post like, by the way, I don't actually mean harm.
Right.
I'm to that level of seriousness. And like earlier today, I literally had to make videos going like, I will do anything to where this will go to Supreme Court if it has to.
Well, I mean, that's the problem. Oh, dude, it's so bad. Nobody takes it as an actual threat, and he thinks that it is. People just think he's silly because, like, nothing would go to the Supreme Court. I mean, a lot of the trolls, people who take it too far, like, yeah, probably should be arrested, honestly, but it's never going to happen, right? So.
And I will do something if I have to get it to Supreme Court.
Maybe he means, like, the Supreme Court, like the brand Supreme.
You know, like, that is not...
Like Jake Paul Court.
Good if I have to do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of that severity of a level. And But I'm really to a point of like, because all it takes, all it takes is one crazy person.
Little irony in that, huh? All it takes is one, one crazy person. Incredible.
Okay. Larson.
Like, another thing is, that's what I, like, I don't want to say, like, I know it's going to happen or I know it's not going to happen. Like, I don't know anything. There's no way of knowing. But with my popularity level, people that walk their dogs at, like, 4 a.m. in the morning or, you know, middle of the night, I get spotted by fans any time of day or night.
Okay.
So being on the street or even just walking to the grocery store, like I said, all it takes is just that one crazy person. And in the right situation, you really won't have time to call 911.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get...
Well, yeah, and then even if you did call them, by the time they got there, what are they really going to do? A lot of times police are very reactive to what's going on, so, but okay.
To that.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wants you to get there. Well, I don't know. You said you're homeless, so you don't have any address?
I use,
He's just like doxing himself live. Like,
getting spot by a fan right out their front door.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder why people can recognize you at the homeless shelter. Could it be because you fucking say the name of the homeless shelter, you know?
I was like, well, I can't do that anymore. But that is...
The fact that he's even recording this is so fucking dumb, man.
A public address that I was using it for a while. I have
it was live,
coming in enough for a motel room, but with me getting doxxed, cases getting their phones run up, people like banning me, saying you can't come here anymore because of this.
Yeah.
It's forcing me into a chronically homeless state, and I don't want to. I can't do that. Every time I get that hurt, I'm not a violent person, and I will protect myself and I will protect my family and my needs. But I'm not a violent person. I'm like with what happened with the hole in the wall and stuff like that. It's literally just like
Does he mean the popular hit show Hole in the Wall? Just kidding.
I wish people would take things seriously, especially if it involves safety.
I'm gonna make a quick phone call.
You're surprised the EMS allowed him to live record the transport? Could they have actually stopped him, though? I guess the real question. I mean, isn't it a part of your, like, isn't it part of your legal right to be able to record your shit?
Do you have the biofilm up there? Or is it back here? Okay. Alright. Oh, there we go. I don't have that. Wait, 24 years old? Alright, 24 years old?
I'm 24. Because 1998, that's 20, yeah.
Oh, I was right. He's 24. No, they did realize. He asked him in the beginning if he could, if he'd be allowed to record. That's how it started.
Tonight, actually, the reason why I called was my number was leaked. and I started receiving text messages from someone, I don't know who. But
what rank am I in this game? I just started playing it again on a new account because I hadn't had my old one. I used to play this like a year or two ago. So I don't think I'm very high. I'll tell you after the game.
Anybody.
Let me call off the program. Let me not say no lead. This is Stadium Medic, Medic 21. I've got 24-year-old male. Apparently he was in the French earlier today. With concern for some health injuries. He was discharged to see maybe a mental health specialist for some services. He's A, no times 4. He does have some bruising and swelling on his face that seems to be from earlier before he got sent to the hospital. Right now his vitals are 115 to pulse 80, respiration 12, SpO2 296 on the there. He has a history of PTSD and learning disability. He has no allergies. He has not taken any medications. He'll be here in 5 minutes. No, just right.
This guy fucking DJ he's scratching so much. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're probably gonna think he's like a boy who cried wolf at this point. That's probably what they're gonna think. They're not gonna really take it seriously. And also people are very uncomfortable around people with disabilities too, so they're probably got a bit of that issue as well. Just been like thinking that he's a weird guy. And he is, but, you know, that's one of the problems. Not everybody has training in people with disabilities. It could be difficult to, you know, deal with people like that, too. I understand it. So.
I don't know. He hasn't done so. Yeah.
I don't like this set that they gave me. Fuck.
No hold at this time. I'm going to get in touch with right now. I think they're calling me.
Jesus Christ.
I'll drop them on the phone right now.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, this is Jason Miller.
Alrighty, I'm probably going to have to end this right now because I will probably not be able to have a phone inside. I will let you guys know as soon as I get in.
Okay, thank you, Daniel.
If I end the stream, I will not be able to have a phone. But
stay tuned.
Let's try to get this out public. This is a real issue. And,
no, he has not done anything for sure.
But yeah, apparently it's a rule in the mental health unit. I cannot have a phone.
Yeah, I think that is a rule. I wonder why. Well, I mean, it makes sense maybe so that people, they don't call and be like, somebody's hurting me, blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't know. But
I don't think.
Incredible.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, I might win this one.
Okay.
It's not into the call yet. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's terrible.
Okay. Alright, you're back. I'll just keep. Yeah, keep back around. There you go.
Hey.
So what is it that you're live streaming there? Is it
I'm
for
just,
your fans?
yeah, I'm trying
That's
in hopes,
9.
trying to get this situation out there and trying to.
Just letting people know that you're getting a costume.
I feel like
Oh, I guess that's what this guy probably more might think, that he's just doing it like for like attention, because there's so many of these people, or I guess the wrong kind of attention, right? There are so many people who like those auditors, you know what I mean? It's those fucking annoying auditor people that just harass police officers and whatnot and try to start a fight. I wonder if he thinks it's just like that.
That people don't take it seriously, and if I do end up having to take it legally at a very high level or whatever, or if it gets
Supreme Court or whatever?
Yeah, like if it becomes threatening to my career or my future,
yeah.
I need to have evidence.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to get what's really going on out there and not the real bullcrap that's going on.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to get the...
It has to do with patient confidentiality, why he can't record. Well, no, but I don't think you're even allowed to have a phone when you're in like the psych unit, right? So you're allowed to have your phone if you're in the emergency room or you're in your bedroom. At least that's how it is when I've been in the hospital. But you're not allowed to have it, I don't think, if you're in some kind of like a psych unit. It's a very different type of a situation when you end up doing something like that. So I'm not 100% sure why. I mean, I guess I could look it up, but that's what it is.
The real side of everything.
Should be here in a couple minutes. Medical changes.
No.
Okay.
I mean, no.
There are multiple reasons for this, ranging from privacy issues and clinical issues. Patient might have themselves on group safety issues, liability issues. Okay. Yeah.
No. Has a car. They sometimes, not all, but sometimes when they can help out, they try.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
But it's to a point as well that my popularity is starting to.
All right, well, that's that. Jesus Christ, man. I feel bad for this guy. It's wild.